What's going on, everybody? This early pre-release footage is brought to you by the EA Sports Game Changers, who flew me and Corey out to EA Play in Los Angeles in order to capture some Madden NFL 17 footage. That's right, it's almost Madden season. What we're going to do today is go over some of the changes and improvements to Madden 17's gameplay. We have another video on our channel dedicated to commentary and presentation, so be sure to check that out. And if you like what you're seeing, also be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons to have even more content delivered straight to your inbox as soon as we release it. Now, on to the footage. The first big gameplay change this year that I'd like to highlight is the new and improved zone coverages. The team went in and touched every single individual zone and zone play call in the game, adding pattern matching principles, new flat zones, and dual read zones. What you're seeing here are some of the results against a variety of coverages captured in a two-player game. Of course, it's a lot easier to pass against a defense that you know is coming, so you still have to be sure to mix it up every once in a while to keep your opponent off balance. A lot of routes that were dominant with any player in Madden 16 are now more dependent on matchups. If you have a speedy linebacker who's great in coverage, he may be able to stick with opposing receivers, but you'll definitely have to pay attention to the matchups you have on the field in order to make sure you are able to compete. Generally, defensive back play performed more realistically, and it was fun to switch up coverages on my opponent in an effort to try to trick them. The development team also added a new swap mechanic in an effort to curb an over-reliance on aggressive catch. By and large, it seems to work fairly well. You'll see players grab at arms and hands as well as the ball itself in order to try to jar it loose and force an incompletion. Of course, it's not a failsafe, especially against bigger and stronger receivers. The team also introduced authentic gap play to Madden 17, changing how the offensive line interacts with the defensive front in a pretty drastic way. Running lanes that used to be there all the time are now mostly gone, and you'll have to read the line of scrimmage using the new hat count mechanic to find where your offensive strength lies. I will admit, I found running pretty difficult in my time with Madden 17, but the game's still a work in progress and there's still a lot of tuning to be done. Special teams play has also seen a great improvement in Madden 17, as the game now has dedicated mechanics for blocking kicks and punts, as well as a new kick meter. It's a risk-reward system as you can easily misfire off the line, miss the block altogether, or even rough the kicker. You're also more susceptible to fakes, which makes the extra point a really interesting proposition for either player. If someone's consistently able to get close to blocking a kick, does it make sense to try to go for two, either with a fake or a regular play call? When you do get a block though, it feels satisfying and genuinely exciting. Unfortunately, blocking on returns hasn't seen much by way of improvement, but it's definitely a portion of the game the team is committing to work on in the future. Now, one of the strangest aspects of past Maddens has been the way the ball interacts with the game world, often phasing through objects, bouncing unrealistically, or generally ignoring real-life physics. With the implementation of real, authentic live ball physics, Madden NFL 17 changes that. You'll see the ball interact with players in a variety of different ways, including catches being jarred out of arms, sacks that turn into throws in the dirt or fumbles, and tipped interception, either off of another player's hands or by tips at the line of scrimmage. There's a potential for excitement in just about every play in Madden 17, which is a large improvement over previous years, where portions of the game were rote and kind of boring. Even in this early state, Madden NFL 17 shows a ton of promise, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a retail copy on August 23rd. Thanks for watching.